Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, no, no. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, no, no, you've got to pump it up. Got to feel it. What's the name of the jam? Say I can feel it. You know you can. I've got my groove on, and I'm ready to go. Check out my fine girl, but don't touch my radio. No. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, no, no, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, no, 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 no. Don't you know, no, 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 no. Don't you know, no, 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 no. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, no, 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 no. Don't you know, no, 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 no. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up.
know you got to sing along. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Got to feel it. What's the name of the jam? Say I can feel it. You know you can. I've got my groove on, and I'm ready to go. Check out my ride, girl, but don't touch my radio. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. And the party's jumping here, and the vibe feels so strong. Throw your hands in the air, lift your head up high. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Got to feel it. What's the name of the jam? Say I can feel it. You know you can. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you've got to pump it up. Don't you know?
Yo! Is this the Cardano song? I know. What's up, fellas? We got 5 seconds to go on the countdown, but I'm going to start. I got this thing on my head. I'm getting ready for this weekend, but it's also kind of like a little helmet. Yo! What's up, fellas? I'm trying to break this in, so I'm wearing this during the stream. It's probably a good time to wear it, man. We're trying to break it in. We're trying to break it in, bro. We're trying to break it in, bro. So we're going to wear it. I thought it was a good time to wear it, man. Anyways, what's going on, guys? Hope everyone out there is having a good day today. A little bit of a pullback across the market. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. We'll take a look at why. And why we thought it's not going to be a straight line up, guys. And it's kind of what we've been talking about the last few days is, we go look at others. Pretty decent pullback on altcoins today. But, all in all, kind of what we started to say in January is most likely, and we had a little squiggle on over here, but we most likely said that this wasn't going to be a straight line up. It was going to be more of, kind of a choppy to start, right, before we get that move up. So I'm not really surprised to see red candles. And honestly, I would expect more red candles to come in, as we try to break out of this range eventually. But we'll talk about that today. Bitcoin not back down to 97K. Whatever. It is what it is. We'll talk about that too. But we got the ski helmet on. We're ready to go. We had to shake out Horse Guy today, of course. Wait, does it have the helmet on for Horse Guy too? Let's see. Man, I am going skiing with Jordan. Yes, I will go higher than Jordan. I like to buy coins high and... What the hell? What the hell? Horse Guy? Horse Guy? Okay, he's gone. He's gone somehow. Maybe he'll come back at some point. He doesn't work anymore. He's just gone. We'll get him back in a little bit. But yeah, we had to shake out Horse Guy today. He's coming skiing too. The filter's off. Yeah, dude, he just turned off for some reason. Wait, is Mike on here? Mike? Only some of them work, I guess. I guess it doesn't want to read my face. Thinks I'm ugly right now. Okay, we'll get it to work. It is what it is. But Horse Guy is going skiing with me. He's going to go faster and higher than me because he likes to buy coins at the top, apparently. Anyways, we're going to wait for everyone to get in here today. I'm starting a little bit late today. Sorry, guys. Dude, is this thing all fucked up? No. Dude, it kind of is. Dude, I haven't gone skiing in years, guys. I'm going skiing this weekend, and I'm it's not that I'm scared, but I am a little nervous to get up there, man. But it's gonna be a fun weekend. We'll see. If you guys go skiing all the time, you can give me words of encouragement, or just tell me I'm gonna die. One of the two. I don't know what you want to tell me, but it is what it is. Whatever you want me to do. We're gonna wait for all the homies to get in here. We're gonna talk some crypto today. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Beautiful Tuesday in the world today. Nothing too crazy going on in the world today. Trump going into office in about 2 weeks. We'll talk about how we kind of have some similarities of when the market started to build an uptrend, right? Obviously, we had a red day today, but, started to build an uptrend before the election. And I think the Trump inauguration, however you say it, could have a similar kind of price action going into that. Wouldn't surprise me, as we did have some big whipsaw pullbacks before the election too. So we'll talk about that today and everything in between. Obviously, we'll talk about altcoins. I still expect the same thing to happen for altcoins, despite a little bit of a pullback today. That's okay, right? We'll talk about that too. The Gulf of America, dude. I did see Trump talking about the Gulf of America. I think that's kind of crazy to me. The Gulf of America. Can he actually change the name? Like, does America own the Gulf of Mexico? Can he change the name, or does Mexico own the Gulf of Mexico? Like, I don't even know who owns the oceans, to be quite honest. Like, who owns oceans? Is there, like, certain boundaries on oceans? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that much about politics in the world, I guess, to know who owns the ocean. Yo, Interactive, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Don't ski into any trees. Dude, I'm staying on the kiddie trails. I don't think there's any trees in the kiddie trails. I am staying right in the middle of the kiddie trail, going side to side with the pizza. You already know what the pizza is. The pizza is, you got the ski like this, you're going down sideways like this, dude. Pizza style. Probably even a little bit more sideways like this. You're going down sideways this way, and then you're coming back with the pizza like that. And you're going down sideways like a little bitch. That's what I'm going to be doing. Until I get a little bit more confidence. Dude, it's been a while since I gone skiing, guys. I'm kind of excited for it, though. 12 nautical miles. Oh, man. Here we go. Time to bring in the debt road. Dude, I don't even know what's going to happen anyways. But anyways, we'll stop talking about politics. We can rant about that later, I guess. We're buying a greenhouse a house in Greenland. Nice, dude. That's like the most random country, but I love it. I love it, dude. Anyways, I gotta try snowboarding. I do have to try snowboarding too. Anyways, I think all the homies are getting in here, so smash up the likes. Let's get all the homies in here. But I'm excited, guys. I'm excited where the market is, and I think overall today, though we did see Bitcoin pull back about almost 7% at one point. And altcoins did also come down a pretty decent chunk. A lot of them came back down to support levels and really, really good. How should I say this? Really, really good BTC pair levels that we'll look at too. And I still think some of these big Bitcoin pairs like Crow Bitcoin, Link Bitcoin are in such good spots that get me really excited for what's to come in this market. And you're gonna have red days and whatnot, but it is what it is. But anyways, Bitcoin. Obviously, a little bit of a push down. Honestly, like, whenever you start to get these moves out of ranges, right? So, obviously, we've been in this range now, and I hope it's not turning into this range, but we've been in this range now for, how long now? A month and a half, right? Whenever you try to break out of these ranges, it's usually never clean, right? So, when we had this long range, we did get these big sort of dumps, right? We had these big dumps to the downside. All the way on the way up until we're able to break out of this range. It's usually not clean. Like, you're not going to get these clean, massive rallies out of these ranges. It's usually going to be these big whipsaw moves to the downside that crush all the late longs and all the late traders. All right. So as far as Bitcoin goes, I'm not too really worried about Bitcoin. And honestly, we're just following like last year. I have this, okay, where we're really just following the price action of last year. It's kind of funny, honestly. I think it's kind of hilarious. You kind of overlay last year. It's kind of the same shit, man, right? Where, we were in this consolidation in January. We got this pump. We went sideways for about 6 months. We got this impulse. And you can see that then we had this period right here, which we kind of just overlay that. Is very reminiscent of what we're going through now, in my opinion, which is this little short-term correction after this longer-term correction, right, before we get that next impulse to the upside. And, you might be saying, Joe, what the hell are we going to do this? What's going to cause this? I mean, you can come up with that whatever narrative you want to come up with. We didn't really, down here was the ETF. Over here it was Trump winning the election. Something tells me that if we're going to follow what we did last year, right, which is long correction, big impulse, little correction, something tells me this one's probably going to be something to do with Trump going into office in 2 weeks. The timing is impeccable, I think. The timing is absolutely impeccable, dude, right? So I think it's kind of obvious what the narrative is, and every time it's kind of been obvious what the narrative is. Here, it was obvious the narrative was the ETF. Here, it was obvious the narrative was Trump winning the election. Both times it was obvious, yet we didn't think it was going to result in an up move. Here, we have the Trump actually going into office, which I think is probably the most bullish thing to happen. And we're all sitting here thinking it's not going to be bullish, right? Just like the last two narratives, we thought, okay, it's not going to be bullish. We know about this, right? We know about this. Well, we know about this too. But yeah, here we are 2 weeks away. And the market's just kind of chopping, right? So I think it's going to be the same kind of shit. And it leads into what we've been talking about the last few weeks, which is simply, one, we're going to follow the cycles. All right. And yes, guys, if you're coming in now, I am wearing a ski helmet. I'm trying to break it in. And also, it's kind of like the moon helmet. It's kind of like the moon helmet. Honestly, it kind of fits as a moon helmet. Should I just wear this as the moon helmet now? Let me know in the chat. Should this be the new moon helmet where I actually put on a real helmet? I could buckle it up, but it kind of hurts, to be honest. It kind of hurts to wear this like this. Actually, my voice kind of sounds weird because it's vibrating the damn helmet. So I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take it off, bro. Oh, man. Preparing for war said, get out of New York. Dude, I am out of New York. I've been out of New York for months now. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, what the hell are you wearing? People warning for war in the chat. You can't make this shit up, man. But anyways, here we are. We just kind of, once again, I just like to remind you guys where we are in the cycle. Everything else in this cycle has been so pointless to look at, whether it's whatever narrative is coming out, bullish or bearish. We followed the cycle through and through. The bear market, we also followed the cycle. I just didn't include the fractal from the highs. It's the exact same thing every single time. And here we are, right? This is where we are right now, okay? And if you just look at where we are right now, yes, we did go slightly lower in the 2017 fractal, right? So we still could, I guess, chop around here for a few more weeks. But overall, I think even if we chop here for a few more weeks, we are likely to catch up where the rest of the fractal goes, which is a move up into April, right? So 2017, we had a big move up into April. And also, as you guys know, and a lot of you guys were here, in 2021, we had a big move up into April of the post-election year. So I think if you just look at where we are in the cycle and we just simply follow that and we ignore all the noise that's going on around us, all right? There's always going to be different narratives going on. I'm expecting the cycles to continue to play out, and the post-election year is usually the best year for crypto, okay? Despite what you might hear everywhere else. And honestly, if we just look at this for Bitcoin, guys, you know, whatever we say about altcoins, Bitcoin should lead the way, right? But, if you've been in crypto in 2017 or 2021, what do we know? We know that the post-election year is usually the year where altcoins outperform Bitcoin. And I'm going to stand by that, and I think that's going to be the case this year. Let me know in the chat. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll this year. This year, bro. What will perform better this year? All right, let me ask you guys. BTC or I'm just gonna say altcoins. I'm just gonna put altcoins in general. All right, I don't. It could. Some of them might outperform Bitcoin. Some of them might. I'm just gonna put altcoins. You guys can vote. Whatever. I don't know what to put there. Okay, just put whatever you want to put. I'm wearing a damn ski helmet today. All right, my neck's already hurting because this thing's freaking heavy, man. How do people like go 80 miles per hour with this shit on? Jeez, man, this is crazy. But anyways, let's go over what I'm excited for, and you know, many different things. But just to kind of go what we've been talking about the last few weeks is we know Christmas time is usually when altcoins have bad sentiment, usually in some type of sideways or correction during Christmas time. But we know that January is usually when we start the uptrend for altcoins. Okay, it was no different here in 2021, where we had November, December were sideways. You had this 20% correction on total 3 right here. And then starting January 1st, you started the uptrend for altcoins all the way until May. And if we go back over here in 2017, it was kind of the same shit, right? November and December were pretty boring and sideways. Christmas kind of sucked, right? But starting January 1st, you can see that altcoins were already bottomed at that point, and you moved up from that point all the way until when? Well, this was the beginning of June or the end of May, right? So January to May was good for altcoins. So here we are now, all right, where we kind of had November and December. Now, November was good. December was bad into Christmas. January 1st was the low of the altcoin market. And here we are where, okay, we've got to move up. We've got our first pullback here. What I'm expecting is probably a choppy uptrend. A choppy uptrend. Right? Not a freaking impulse where you're just going to go to the moon. Probably a choppy uptrend to start. So I would expect a lot more of these red candles, and just choppy price action until we finally get that range break. And I'm expecting the same shit to happen as every single cycle, which there's always a different reason why it does. I think this reason is simply because Trump's going to office and we have a pro-crypto administration going in for the first time. And how I have it marked out is the same as last cycles. I think from January, whatever happens here in the beginning of January, I think was whatever. I don't really care what happens in the beginning of January. But I think from January until at least April, as we've seen in the past, I think altcoins will go up. And I marked off here, remember, sell in May and go away, because I want to have a reminder there that this is the time where no matter where we are, whether we're here, or we're here, or we're here, or maybe we're higher, I don't know, that's the time I want to be getting out of the market, is between April and May, based on history of the post-election year. Alrighty? And we could go for many reasons for this, okay? Seasonality, cycles, right? We can look at ETH Bitcoin, which, maybe ETH doesn't do like the best this cycle. And honestly, I don't think it's going to be one of the best gainers this cycle. It is what it is. But ETH Bitcoin being at support, Bitcoin dominance, about to get the death cross. And I did make that video last night. If you didn't watch the Bitcoin dominance video last night, make sure you watch it. The Bitcoin dominance death cross. And what's happened in the past, the Bitcoin dominance death cross. I'm not going to go into this shit. I have to ask, why the ski goggles? Well, we're breaking in the helmet. We're getting used to wearing the helmet because I'm going on a ski trip this weekend, and why not wear the full thing? I thought you guys would like a little bit of a theme today. Why not have a theme? You know what I mean? I think it's good to have a theme sometimes. But anyways, we're about to get that Bitcoin dominance death cross, which is the 50-day moving average crossing below the 200-day moving average, and we've talked about how on all these death crosses, we've seen Bitcoin dominance pump into the death cross. And when you have the death cross, that's when Bitcoin dominance starts to go down. So here we go, right on cue, Bitcoin dominance getting the pump into the death cross. Just like as how it did, we can go back and look at all the past times. But, we go back and look at the last golden cross we had, which is all the way back down to the bottom here, by the way. We got the golden cross, we had a dump into the golden cross, and then Bitcoin dominance shot up. So if it's going to play out like any of these death or golden crosses, right? We had a pump into the death cross. I'm expecting, this could go a little bit higher, so maybe altcoins bleed out for maybe a few more days. But eventually I'm expecting this to roll over and for that to be the highs of Bitcoin dominance. And if I'm wrong, well, you know what, death cross? You know what, death cross? I don't like you, bro. But I'm expecting this to roll over somewhere in here. And just like all the previous cycles. And I'm not gonna, you guys can go watch the video on that. I ain't gonna explain it all again. I ain't gonna explain it all again, dude. All right? We ain't gonna do this today. We ain't gonna do this today. We ain't gonna do this today. Jeez, man. But anyways, that's still the thought process, guys. And, I look around this market right now and I see some sexy setups. I see some absolutely sexy setups out there, which I don't think people are seeing right now. And, it all starts with the Bitcoin pairs. The Crow Bitcoin pair is just hovering on top of the Wyckoff support, man. 2 previous lows, back down right at the range lows. I don't think you can get a better opportunity, if you somehow could trade the Crow Bitcoin chart than somewhere in this zone in here. I think this is going to round out Crow Bitcoin, and then Crow Bitcoin is going to start its actual Wyckoff move. Same thing, Crow Bitcoin and Link Bitcoin, same exact thing. I think Link Bitcoin is going to round out in here as you have the same setup, 2 lows, breakdown, reclaim, back into the range, and building support now. So I just think you have some absolutely fantastic setups across the board on the altcoins, and if you can have the patience to wait out the chop, I think you're going to have some really, really, really nice moves over the course of these next few months, guys. All right, and I'm going to continue to stand by that, and I don't really care about these short-term red days. I'm just looking for the bigger picture, and I'm waiting for this move. I'm waiting for this move, and I'm waiting for, well, there's many other moves too. there's many other moves too, right? We can look at Cosmos, Wyckoff. I'm waiting for this move. All right. Those are the moves I'm waiting for. I don't really care about this day-to-day chop. All right. So that's where I'm at, man. Nothing's really changed today. I think we're in the same spot as we've been in the last few weeks. And I think eyes on the big picture. I think there's some fantastic, and I think the best gains are coming in the next few months, guys. As I've laid out many, many times, and we've talked about many, many freaking times for the last few weeks. I'm really excited for these next few months, man. I really, really am. I really, really am, bro. So, anyways, let's hop back on Bitcoin, and we can go from there. We can kind of go from there, man. Let's hop back on the corn and see if the corn can paint a little local low somewhere around this area. All right, anyways. Let's see. Do you have an estimated date for Bitcoin death cross? It doesn't really matter when it crosses, to be honest. It's just kind of realizing that it's going to cross. I think trying to predict when it's going to start going down by the exact day is almost impossible. So that's why I just put this here. I expect this somewhere to reject somewhere around here. But, you know, it still could push up for the next few days, right? Because you technically haven't got the cross yet, and you usually see the cross into the death cross. The only way this doesn't cross is if this just keeps moving up. It gets all the way up here within the next few days, and the 50-day continues to round out. But I don't know. I would say it doesn't really matter when they cross. But I would say if it stays somewhere in this zone, probably within the next 3 days, it's got to cross within the next 3 days. But as I said, I don't think it matters when it crosses. I just like to look at the last 3 death crosses we had in Q1 of the post-election year. We had this one right here. It crossed, but we still had to move up into the cross, right? So we crossed, there was still a move up, but once they crossed here in March of 2021, it was sayonara suckers. It was absolute sayonara suckers, right? The cross, a couple days later after the cross, sayonara sucker. And then it was Q1 of 2017. It was the death cross here, right? We actually rallied back up, but where they crossed, basically, you didn't go higher than that. You basically didn't go higher than that. I guess what's interesting is this started to really dump at in the middle of February. The middle of February, dude. Where I guess it was Bitcoin and altcoins were going up together, and then in the start of February, Bitcoin dominance flushed. I think it was the same in this cycle too. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, Bitcoin and altcoins were going up together. And then it was, I guess it really was the start of March that you got the flush. So I guess February to March, but during this period, it was not that altcoins were doing bad. It was just that Bitcoin and altcoins were going up together. But it really was February and March that they started to really dump, I guess. So maybe we just have some chop until this cross happens, probably for a week or two. Right when Trump's going into office, does it make a lot of sense to me? Yes, it does. It makes a ton of sense to me. We get the death cross, we chop on dominance, and then we see the move down after Trump's in office, sometime after Trump's in office. I don't know. I just think it all kind of makes sense, right? And I don't know. We could sit here all day and come up with reasons. The crash helmet. It's the crash helmet. Holy shit. I just think it's funny, man. We always come up with these reasons of why things are going to happen, right? And, I remember down here, it was a question of, is Trump being elected priced in? You want to know the day Trump was elected? Boom. Was Trump being elected priced in? No. It wasn't. And up until that point, it was choppy, dude. It was choppy. For the weeks before Trump was in office, it was uptrend, but choppy. Choppy uptrend. What are we doing now? We're in an uptrend. We're at just a choppy uptrend, right? Up, down. Hopefully this is a higher low. We come up, maybe we get another pullback before the inauguration. Choppy uptrend, dude. Choppy uptrend. But yeah, that was the Trump election day. Trump priced in, no. ETF being launched was a priced in event. And everybody wasn't priced in, but once the flows actually started, which the ETF launch was priced in, but once the flows started to come in, it was also up only, right? ETF up only. Trump elected up only. And now here we are again with another kind of obvious bullish catalyst where everyone's going to say it's priced in and nothing's going to happen here. And it wouldn't surprise me if, we have some choppy uptrend until that point, and that this day, when Trump actually goes into office, marks some type of local low, and it's up only after that, at least for a little bit. Would not shock me, and everyone thinks it's something different every single time. Bullish catalyst was actually bullish. Bullish catalyst was actually bullish. You know what I mean? Will the bullish catalyst be actually bullish? Let's find out. My guess is yes. But we'll find out, of course. And it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. Whether it is or not, it'll be awesome. Anyways. He pushes the buttons 2025, trying to stay alive. Damn, this live is boosting my morale. I mean, shouldn't be boosting your morale, guys. Your morale shouldn't be down. That's why I think sometimes you guys got to zoom out a little bit. Follow the cycles, guys. Your morale shouldn't be down right now. Bitcoin's at 97,000, right? Altcoins, if you've been buying the dip, you should be up on most altcoins, to be honest. But if you've been buying the dip, you should be doing all right, right? As long as you've been buying the dips on the altcoins and not buying the pumps, you should be doing pretty okay. I don't think your morale should be down, and especially your morale shouldn't be down when you simply just realize that, we can listen to all the noise and the narratives and all this bullshit, but when you just realize where we are in the cycle, and we just realize that the post-election year has, in every cycle, not just 2021, not just 2017, but also 2013, was the most bullish year for crypto, was the post-election year. Your morale should not be down. I'm excited as hell for this year. I'm so excited for this year. I think this year is going to be a grind. That's why I've been trying to do some weekend trips before it starts, because I know I'm going to be on here freaking grinding when this shit actually pops off. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. But I just think all the charts are setting up for a crazy, crazy, crazy 2025. Crazy 2025. I think we're going to have some insane moves. And if you can survive the chop suey, which I would expect it to be kind of a chop suey maybe until Trump's in, I think there is some fantastic moves setting up, in my personal opinion, on many, many different things. I don't think it's going to be everything. I don't think it's going to be every coin ever. I think memes are probably cooked for a little bit. Don't be hating on me for the memes, but I think memes are cooked for a little bit. Some of those meme charts just look awful, bro. Just look dog shit. But I think if you're in good stuff, a lot of these things are setting up for some good shit into 2025. If you can weather the storm. Which, is it really a storm? Not really. We're back at prices we haven't seen since 3 days ago. Wow. Anyways. Yeah, it's really that. When you zoom out, it looks so small. Kind of like my penis. Kind of like my penis, bro. When you zoom out, it looks so small. When you zoom in, it looks so great. It looks so great when you zoom in. This dude said, so dump all my money in Crow. No, I think there's a lot of coins that look fine. Let's talk about a few of the big alts. So let's talk about a few of the big altcoins. So XRP. XRP. We have strong US data today. Yeah, we do. We dumped on a hot. We dumped on more jobs being in the market. Make this shit. Make the shit. You can't make this shit up, man. People getting so upset over this data that's coming in. I think it's just a short-term outlook, dude. Like, people are getting so worked up over jobs data. It's like, have we not learned over the last 2 years that this data is so short-term shit? You get this data that comes in. It's such short-term stuff, man. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's look at a few of these coins. XRP, if we just look at this, I think XRP, like, and I'm just going to look at a few of the strong coins and the coins that I think still have really, really nice charts. XRP, you got to see just kind of consolidating, man. Like, just a sideways consolidation, right? Your typical symmetrical triangle. Which way does it break? You never really know. I do have to say that these usually break to the downside. So I'm just kind of looking at this and saying, okay, we have support down here. I still wouldn't be shocked, and I guess this kind of goes without saying, but I guess I still wouldn't be shocked to see some of these things maybe dribble down until Trump's in office, right? Or at least go sideways until Trump's in office, right? Maybe a little fake out, but it wouldn't surprise me to see these things kind of like dribble out or whatever for the next few weeks, right? And just kind of continue these consolidations, I guess. If you're just kind of looking at it like this, we kind of failed to break out to the upside. Would it make horrible sense to come back down to like the bottom of the channel? Probably not. I mean, it's not even that big of a move at this point. From the lows, it's like another 7%. Like, is that big of a move? Not really, dude. I mean, this range is getting super, super tight. So when I just gotta look at these, it's just consolidations. Oh my god, dude, my stomach's growling. I must be hungry, man. I must be a hungry man. A very, very hungry man. But all in all, I'm not really worried about, I don't know. Not really worried about these these USD pairs on these alts. It's once again, I mean, just kind of looking at some of these. Look at like the Bitcoin pair. I think the Bitcoin pair looks phenomenal. And this is just like, and the reason why I bring up XRP is because I think it shows how the fundamental coins just look so much stronger than the memes, dude. The memes look like ass, but these fundamental coins are holding up really, really well. And the reason why I bring up XRP is just because it shows just this is the XRP Bitcoin chart. And I just think, I look at this and I say, okay, we hit an obvious resistance on XRP Bitcoin, just like many of the other fundamental, technical or use case coins. What do I even call them? Use case coins. Very obvious resistance level, right? Where we slow down for a bit. But I just think this is one big range. And we've already looked. I'm not going to talk about Crow. I'm not going to talk about Chainlink. We've talked about those so many times. Let's look at XRP. Just think these are getting ready, you know, and I guess they could still go here for a little bit, but I think these are just going to go back to the top of the channel, where it's just top of the channel, bottom of the channel, top of the channel, bottom of the channel, top of the channel, bottom of the channel, top of the channel, double bottom off the bottom of the channel. I think this is getting ready to go back up to the top of the channel again, right? In the typical 4-year cycle time frame, right? 2013, 2017, obviously 2021, we had the court case where it didn't get to the top of the channel. 2025, you know what I mean? It's a typical time frame. So just to bring up XRP, we've already talked about Chainlink. We've already talked about Crow. You know what I mean? We could talk about these for days. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we could also talk about like, let's look at like HBAR. Just going to go through some of these today. HBAR. Dude, this kind of looks white coffee too, dude. I love these, man. I love these shits, dude. Range lows, range highs, right? This probably could go down a little bit more. This was a big ass freaking pump for Hedera. This one could probably correct a little bit more, but to be fair, this zone is the demand zone. But honestly, I'm going for these moves back up to the top of the channel, which for Hedera is not that much more. Honestly, it's only like 2%, 200%. But you know, bottom of the channel, top of the channel, bottom of the channel, top of the channel, deviate the bottom of the channel. It's kind of like a big Wyckoff, to be honest. Dude, some of these altcoin the altcoin Bitcoin charts just look like Wyckoffs, man. And it kind of blows my mind because I don't want to be too much of a moon boy. I really don't. I really don't want to be too much of a moon boy. So you guys can say, okay, Jordan, relax. Okay? Relax, bro. But like when I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing with a lot of these. They all have the same charts. Lows that were false breakdown, reclaim, massive spring phases. They all have these same charts, man. Who's to say this doesn't get at least back up to the top of the range, and even then break out to the top as typical Wyckoff accumulations do? I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to be too much of a moon boy, so I'm only going to say it's going to get back up to the top of the channel. I ain't going to say it's going to break out. If it does, that means we're going to have some crazy ass times, but I don't see this break into the out. That would be insane. And I ain't even gonna go there. I'm just aiming for the top of the channel on some of these. So yeah, that's it. And I think that's gonna happen in 2025. And it's just kind of weathering the storm short term to get some of those moves. But back to Bitcoin. And I'm blabbering today. I know I'm blabbering today, but I'm excited. I'm excited for this year, man. I see some good stuff in a lot of the charts for this year. So I'm excited, man. And I know I'm blabbering, and I'm probably going to be blabbing a lot, you know, but it is what it is. What time did you start? Ship is dead. I started at 7:30 today, Waterfly. I was a little bit late, my friend. I was a little bit late. Will air coins dip even more for a good entry? All coins dip? They could go down more, yeah. They could still dribble down more. And if they do, I think it's an opportunity. They could still go down more, yeah. All I'm focused on is from January to April. I should probably just move this over. Because I want to front run people, man. I want to front run people, man. Everyone's going to be looking for sell in May and go away. I want to front run and sell in April, bro. Depending on where we are and what the market looks like. Gensler was right.
To the downside.
Psycho Pro, what up, bro?
Was right.
What up, bro? Welcome to the chop. Welcome to the chop zone. Welcome to the chop suey zone, man. Where every green day is a celebration and everyone's bullish on every green day, and where every red day is the end of the world and everyone's bearish on every red day. Welcome to chop zone. I love these, man. Everyone's narrative changes every day. Yesterday we were going to the moon. Today we're going to hell. Never change, man. Never change. Never change. Psycho Pearl, love you, man. Gensler was right. Yes. Gensler was very, very right. Absolutely. But yeah, we can still go lower on altcoins. Like, if we do, it's an opportunity. But I'm really not really focused on the short term. I'm just looking at what's happened between January and April of both 2021, 2020, 2017, and 2013. We just don't have it on the others chart. But all those were really, really bullish. So that's what I'm focused on, seasonality. I don't really care what happens in the next few weeks, I guess I should say. But, you know, 'tis your pardon. You eat your shorts if we keep falling from here? I mean, we could keep falling from here. And if it does, I guess it is what it is. We just have to know when to cut it. You know what I mean? We have to know when to cut it. And know when to not cut it, I guess. I guess that all comes down to general feel, you know? Just sit back and puff the spliff. Do you really want to look at Tia? Tia looks like ass too, man. It doesn't really look like ass. I mean, it's just holding this level. All this resistance, it's literally just been, came all the way down, back tested it, and it's just been sitting on top of here for like a month. No, like 3 weeks. It's not really much to say. It's just at the bottom. It's like at the bottom of the range. This is really the bottom of the range for TIA. It's just, I mean, I expect this to probably move up if there's like a market-wide alt season, which I do think is going to come. This probably moves up, but it's probably only going to move up because there's a market-wide alt season. I think what coins look bad, I'm just going to be honest. I think these memes got lower to go. I think definitely the memes got lower to go. Like, I'm talking about lower lows than the lows they put in December. I think a lot of other coins already put in their lows, but I think these memes are actually could make lower lows here. Like Bonk, it's really had the big bounces when it's come back down to this trend line, right? These have been the lows. I could see Bonk coming down to like 0.0002, right? And then trying to bounce back up later on. Whiff, I think looks like dog shit. Probably comes back down to the Binance birth zone here, bounced here. This looks like to me it just wants to go back down to the bottom of this massive range. And that's probably an opportunity for later in the cycle, honestly. But I think some of these memes look like the ass. Like really look like ass. Like they started to really look like ass right here. That's when they really started to look like ass. Now they look like even more like ass. Even like Pepe, like I guess Pepe has been one that's been semi-strong, but even this one, Pepe's been semi-strong. The only problem I have with these is if my thesis is correct, and this is the year where some altcoin gets actually used in the real world, people are going to speculate on fundamental coins, and I think that's when meme coins get hit pretty bad. And like that's what could fuel the fundamental coins pumping, is actually people selling memes into fundamental coins. That could be what fuels the market. Like people ask where the money's going to come from. I don't know. How about the billions of dollars in these meme coins? You know what I mean? That's where the money could come from. The billions of dollars in these memes, these million memes that people have created over the last 2 years. That's where the money could come from. Honestly, there'll be exceptions. I think, but yeah, really is kind of crazy. I don't know. You love a good semi joke. How's Pepe looking to you? I mean, Pepe is one of the ones that look strong, at least now. It's been holding up. Doge is fine. It's the Solana memes, man. Like, there's just so many of them now where like there's just not enough buyers and there's too many of them. Look at PopCap, bro. Oh my god, dog shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna puke. Look at these charts, dude. I mean, they speak for themselves. Look at PopCap, bro. I'm gonna puke all over my couch right now. Look at what else is there? What's the one people were jerking off to the other day? Peanut. Which a lot of you guys made some money on Peanut. Hold on. Peanut. The squirrel. Dog shit, man. This is going way lower, bro. I think these Solana memes are going way lower, bro. This is just going to be a slow ride to zero. This Peanut coin is a slow ride to zero, bro. But these coins look like dog shit. They look fine. Like, when they were here, retesting, they were fine. You got this move up. But when they started the bearish retest right here, yeah, it kind of looks like a dick and balls, bro. That's when I said, okay, I'm getting out of this shit because this thing looks like ass. And I think a lot of these look like pure ass cheeks. And you want to say that's where the money's coming from. The money could come from all these freaking memes that look like cheeks. Pure cheekbones. Y'all heard of dick butt? Dick butt. What's another one of these things? Shit. What's another one of these? I don't even know, dude. I forget what a lot of the memes were, dude. It's been so long. Oh my god, dog shit. The bearish retest? Oof. I don't know. That's where the money could come from. All that money flows into Chainlink, Crow, XRP, Cardano, CRV. All that yummy, yummy meme coin money. That yummy, yummy slurpy meme coin money. Oh, Lord. Boss, you got a snowplow over there now. Dude, I'm so excited to go skiing, man. I'm gonna be falling everywhere, though. I'm nervous. I'm nervous, but excited at the same time. I am nervous, but excited at the same damn time. Dog whiff shit. Army is XRP meme coin. How bad is the dump gonna get? Judge said bad. Oh my Lord. Lord Almighty. Did the sentiment switch this quick? Did the sentiment switch this quick? Are we really gonna get bearish into the Trump in inauguration day? Are we really gonna do it again, guys? Are we gonna be bearish before a bullish catalyst again? I remember as we were moving up in here, the bearishness into the Trump election. How'd that work out? Absolutely ass cheeks. I remember the bearishness after the ETF launch. Bear market started, bro. How'd that work out? And here we are again with another potential bullish catalyst in 2 weeks. And the sentiment's turning dog shit again, even though we got Bitcoin at 97K. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Let's see what happens though. I'm actually kind of hoping the sentiment stays dog shit into it, honestly. I'm hoping that the sentiment stays dog shit. I'm hoping what we see is, even if we come down a little bit lower or something, what I'm hoping we see is something like this. Into the Trump incog. Right? Where we actually still have an uptrend. We have this uptrend, higher highs and higher lows, but it's choppy and the sentiment is dog shit. That's kind of what I'm hoping happens. Like what happened here and what happened here. It was kind of like similar scenarios where like you were still in uptrends, but the sentiment was dog shit. It's kind of what I'm hoping now. I'm hoping like it's just something like this. Right? You have a low, you come up, put a high, you come up, put a low, you come up, put another high. You actually come down before this, and it's just another higher low. Are we really going to do this? Are we really going to do this again? We need more fear in cowbell. We need more fear. So I'm doing. I hope the sentiment stays dog shit for another 2 weeks. I love these goggles. Someone asked me where I get my market updates. I'm showing them a screenshot of this stream with you rocking the special needs vibes. The special needs vibes. Dude, why are these the special needs vibes? Who says I can't rock the ski helmet indoors? All right? It's not any weirder than people rocking sunglasses inside. If you're one of those people who rock sunglasses inside, I don't know what to tell you. You got something up. You got something up. You're going to be lost on a mountain for the next 3 months? Dude, imagine. You guys would be so scared for me. Well, what's going to happen on the mountain for the next 3 months? That would be a pretty good excuse to be gone. I'm just kidding. I don't want an excuse to be gone. Fahid said when FOMO went to alts. Fahid wants the FOMO into alts. Fahid, please don't do it, man. As soon as you FOMO, it's over. We know this. Stay away from the alts, Fahid. Stay away. Far away, dude. Stay away from Bitcoin, too. You know what you should do? You should short Chainlink, Fahid. That's what you should do. Short Chainlink today. I think that's a good play. Please do. We all need it. You love it, but it's weirder than sunglasses inside. It is. It definitely is. I mean, I'm totally not doing this to be normal. I totally did this for fun. Ugh. What I'm worried about the resistance line that connects to 2017 and 2021 high. We bounced off of it hard at 108K. Next big pump, we'll test it again. I've seen that before too. I have seen that. And I definitely have seen that. You're saying the 2017 high to the 2021 high, but I think you have to put it on non-log scale. So I have seen people do this. My only problem with this is you're kind of cutting through a little price action here, right? So yes, I can see this. But you're kind of cutting through a wick. I guess it's fine to cut through a wick. You can do it, I guess. Just curious where this would put it. 116K? Whatever. Yeah, I've seen this float around. And I guess we did hit it. I mean, we can't even say that we didn't hit it. Right? I mean, we did hit it and get rejected, so we can't even say anything that bad about it. I mean, it did work. I don't know. For me, it's like... It is there, I guess. So I guess we can't say it's not. As much as people... I'm just curious what this would be if we just did this. That's pretty like 3. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, it's definitely there. I think for me, it's more just... we can look at lines and whatnot, but for me, at least for Bitcoin, I mean, altcoins, I think it's kind of like... You're just kind of going off the previous cycles too. But at least for Bitcoin, to me, it's just the cycles, man. I think we're just here in the cycle. We could talk about highs and whatnot. I think we're just in the short-term high. We had a short-term high right here. We talked about how we're probably going to have some type of pullback before the end of January. Right? We talked about that. Why? Because we had one here in this cycle. We also had one right here in this cycle. Now, when does it end? I don't know. This one started exact same time as we did now, and it was already done by this point. This one started afterwards and was done by the end of January. So we're right here. But yeah, we were having a pullback exactly when this cycle did and exactly when this cycle did. Will it go deeper? Maybe, maybe not. But I mean, it's nothing out of the norm. But I mean, I think what I'm more focused on is the fact that from this point to this point, you moved up. From this point to this point, you moved up. So whatever happens in this general zone, to me, it's like whatever. It is what it is. I think it's just people chopping at the bits to figure out something to talk about, to be honest. I don't think there's too much to talk about with Bitcoin other than the fact that we're going into year 4 of the 4-year cycle. And this cycle, again, was another cycle that people said it's not going to play out because we're going into a recession. We're going into a recession. Rates are too high. Bitcoin can't go that high because rate hikes. The rate hikes, bro. Recession, bro. But yet, where are we? Through all that bullshit that happened throughout 2023 and 2024, all that bullshit talk about rate hikes, recessions, Bitcoin's exactly where it should be. So why am I going to think that this year is any different? Okay, this time, what do we got happening? Okay, all right. I don't know, man. The Fed said they're going to cut one less rates. Oh my God. The end of the world, bro. I just don't think anything different's going to happen. I think it's going to be the same thing that happens. What changed my mind is the fact that we didn't top at the end of December. But at least this move into April or May, just like these two cycles. I don't think we're going that high. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to 200K, 250K, 300K. I don't think that's going to happen. But I do think we're going to get a move up into April or May. Why? Because that's what we did. We've done both other times. Kill me. If I'm wrong, you can come and kill me, I guess. But make your own decisions. Make your own decisions. Make your own plans. I'm just a guy here with a ski helmet. You know? I'm just a guy here with a ski helmet, dude. You know what I mean? Economic depression, World War III, interest rates. You remember all the shit that happened in 2022 and 2023 and 2024 that were going to kill us? World War III, rate hikes. Think about all the shit that was supposed to happen. None of it did anything. Bitcoin just went higher the whole time. It's kind of funny when you look back at it, man. And I think it's a history lesson of next time when we're in the 4-year cycle and we hit the 4-year cycle low a year after the highs, like we do every single cycle, is to ignore all the bullshit from the bottom to the top. Obviously, you can trade a little bit, but as far as your spot bags, ignore all the bullshit. All the bullshit that happens in here. All of that was bullshit. So I think like whatever people are talking about right now, yeah, we could go a little bit lower in the short term. But I think whatever we're talking about now is going to be bullshit too. Just like all the things in here were bullshit, all the World War III shit, all the rate hikes and FOMCs that we cared about for so long. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it was all bullshit. At the end of the day. And something tells me that the things in here are going to be bullshit too. There's going to be some non-bullshit thing that happens here. Whatever it is, I don't know. But there'll be some non-bullshit thing that happens here. I don't know. I really don't know. You know? I really don't know. I think you thought it'd be a snowboarder? I've never tried it. And I probably won't ever try it, to be honest. I don't really go up in the mountains too often. I haven't been in a long time. It's the first time in a long time where I'm going. I'm talking years. So, yeah, I'm going skiing, man. And I think I'll have fun with it. I'm a little nervous, but you know, a lot of people who are going, it's their first time. So we're okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. People calling for BTC Head and Shoulders breaking down 80 and under. The Head and Shoulders, the infamous Head and Shoulders, the infamous Head and Shoulders pattern. I just don't know if you can. Excuse me, dude. I just don't know if you can call this a Head and Shoulders anymore. I think it was here, where you had this, you had this, and you had this. I just don't think you can call this a Head and Shoulders anymore. I think it's just more sideways price action. It's not really Head and Shoulders. You know, like it's more so just messy chop that's messing with people. I mean, in reality, nothing's really happening. It's just chop suey. It's just pure chop suey. It's chop city, dude. This looks like a WTF pattern. Kind of does look like a WTF pattern. It's the Bart head. Oh god, don't be talking Bart. Don't be talking the Bart Simpson, bro. Don't be talking the Bart Simpson. We don't want this to be Bart. Oh man, don't be talking the Bart Simpson. I don't. I had many PTSDs with Bart Simpsons, and I would rather not talk about Bart. All right? Please, no. How do we get in the inner circle of Jordan's ski gang? The Jordan ski gang? Why isn't this working anymore? I'm kind of upset. Dude, what the? How did I get him to work the first time? Hold on, we're gonna reset this. Because I want skiing horse guy. Dude. Yes, here I am. I just had to take off the goggles so you guys can see me. Man, I cannot wait to go skiing, bro. I will go faster than Jordan, higher than Jordan, because I like doing things at the top. Yes, I do. Mike, what are you going to do?
Christ! I'm going snowboarding. You guys are a bunch of pussies. There's no volume for skiing. The chicks dig snowboarders. Skiers are pussies. Absolute pussies. Go snowboarding, not skiing.
What the hell? Alright, anyways. Oh boy. We just had to take off the goggles. And then he was on there. Jeez. There's the screenshot you need. Horse guy going skiing. Oh Lord. Alright, so 8:33. Damn, did I miss anyone in here? No, we're good. Sarah says you need help by. Damn, bro, that's kind of messed up. Thank you, man. That is very messed up. I do need help. Wasn't the dump last dump? No, I don't think I've really said last dump. This is when I'm saying the last dump. By last dump does not mean this dump is 100% over. This dump may not be 100% over yet. Holy guacamole. Speaking of guacamole, I say we pump, screw the head and shoulders. There ain't no head and this ain't no head and shoulders. This is some choppy BS is what it is. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it for the day. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. Stay easy out there. Stay good, and yeah, guys, I will see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, will I see you guys tomorrow? No, I won't. You may or may not see me tomorrow. If I have time in the afternoon, I'll hop on. If not, I'll see you guys on Thursday. And then I'll be gone for my ski trip. But I'll definitely either see you guys Wednesday or Thursday. Either way, I'm not going yet. But everyone have a fantastic day. Stay easy. Stay peaceful. Take some time off the charts while the market's still kind of slow. And I think get ready for the fun times after probably a little bit more chop and, just a little bit of a choppy uptrend, in my opinion, for Bitcoin and alts. I think get ready for a good Q1 when we get through this chop. All right. Anyways, peace out. Much love. Catch you guys in the next one. Later.